Hi, Annette Reader here today, and I'm going to answer a question that many of you are asking. How do I reduce the amount of sugar in the foods that I'm eating, and how do I, as a diabetic, consume less sugar? Okay, so we're going to talk about that today, but I know there's a second part of those questions which you're afraid to ask, and that is, but I don't want to give up the flavor, right? Okay, so today we're going to look at how to have sweet foods without the calories but yet with the flavor. Okay. So today we're going to look at a food. It's actually a food, not a chemical or a lab experiment. It's actually a food that was developed by some Buddhist monks. Okay, so as a biblical nutritionist, this isn't usually how I start my stories, but we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, so this fruit was developed by some Buddhist monks, and then China had this fruit for centuries, and I mean centuries, and they've been enjoying it, but they've also been enjoying the medicinal benefits. Whenever we look at foods the way God created them, there's always going to be a medicinal benefit unless man interferes and starts breaking it apart. Okay, so the fruit I want to talk about today is actually, when it's dried and turned into a powder and into an extract, you actually get a sweetness that's 200 to 400 times sweeter than sugar. Got your attention? Yeah, I thought so. So you can add this to cooking, you can add it to baking, you can add it to your drinks, that your tea or your lemonade. You can add it when you're making ice cream. You can do all of those things with it, but you're going to have zero, and I mean zero calories. Sounds pretty good. Sounds too good to be true. Now, many of you have tried stevia, and I'm a strong proponent of stevia. I love stevia. But stevia is an herb. I'm talking about a fruit. So stevia being an herb, with some people, because of their receptors for it, they have an aftertaste when they use too much stevia. So it's a hit and miss on how many people like it. This fruit, it's a fruit, it does not have an aftertaste. So let me just share a little bit more. This fruit also is a very has a high component of antioxidants in it. It's being shown that it works really well at reducing some types of leukemia. It helps with the immune response. It also suppresses certain types of respiratory illnesses, and it helps reduce coughing. It's not going to upset your digestive system. That's important too. Are you ready? You ready for me to reveal it? Some of you were already guessed. I can tell by your comments. Okay, so what I'm talking about is the monk fruit. Monk fruit is a 0-calorie fruit. Now, the fruit itself is not 0 calorie, but the extract is 0 calorie, and the extract is the sweetness of the fruit. So that's the beauty of it. So this mostly, you're going to find it all non-GMO. Realize GMO is not always about the food, it's about the processing. So this product here is certifying it's non-GMO, 0 glycemic. Well, if there's no sweetness, there's no glucose involved, it's not going to break down into a glucose, then you're not going to have a glycemic value. So just understand that when you're reading your labels. And this says gluten-free. Well, yes, it's gluten-free. It's made from a fruit. So a lot of times those labels are just to be a checkoff point for you. They don't apply to the food. So there you go. It's a fruit. So just one more thing about the monk fruit. It can come as a powder, or it can also come as liquid drops. So that way you can carry it easily in your purse and use it in your tea. So try some monk fruit. We'll give you some links down below. Subscribe to this channel so we can keep you posted on more health topics, because I'm on mission to keep you on mission. And we have a world to reach for Christ. And we're going to need our health to do it.